Be ready for dictation. 15 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. How do you define small? How small may be treated as a small sector industry? This has been debated for quite a long time. What should be the criteria for classifying an industry as a small one? Whether it should depend on the number of persons engaged in the industry or on the amount of capital invested. We have a number of categories of industries and all have the utility and importance in the economy as well. We have to take a comprehensive, not a fragmented view of the entire economy. But at the same time, it is also important for us to be aware of the problems of various segments of our economy while seeking solutions to these problems. We must consider the picture in totality as well as the specific problems. We will be able to find solutions to these problems and succeed. Last time, when I addressed you, I had opposed the raising of limit from rupees 60 lakh to rupees 3 crore, considering it to be on the higher side. I had said that the ideal limit for small scale sector should be rupees 1 crore. Today I will not say that the limit should be so much as the situation has changed. I would declare that the ceiling on investment in the small scale industry will be rupees 1 crore. Reservation has also been an issue for discussion. Small industries require protection. We have to offer wide protection to our small scale industry in comparison to the protection offered to multinational companies. That is why the system of reservation was introduced so that certain areas of production may be earmarked for small scale industries. There are so many bigger and wider areas for large scale industries to operate in. They should not enter into the sector earmarked for small industry. But what had been the thinking of previous governments on this issue? The Abid Hussain Committee had recommended abolition of reservation. Fortunately, the government did not accept this recommendation, but they did certain things in the last phase of their tenure which they should not have done. There is no need to scrap the reservation policy. It must continue. The products of small industry must get production. Big industry should stay away from them. There is a list There may be the question of details which could be discussed with your organization, but the small industry must be protected from the prevalent cutthroat competition. It is important for some small industry to use adequate technology. The products which these industries are turning out are of good quality. Such products have growing demand among the consumers now. We should also address the problem of implicit subsidies. For instance, take the subsidies for higher education. Is it not paradoxical that even rich students pay college fees that in some states are less than what they spend on cold drinks? No government can afford to provide costly services free of cost universally. They must levy reasonable user charges wherever possible, particularly for non-merit goods and services. What is required is a change in the mindset in the fixed inherited nations about subsidized public services. We should not be prisoners of the past. Subsidized services should be restricted to only those who cannot afford to pay. There is tax competition among states to attract private investments. Such policies are harmful as states have lost tax revenue without much influencing investment decisions. This must stop. Better infrastructure, faster decision making, and investor friendly environment are more important in the decision making of the investor community. A practice that is pushing states towards fiscal crisis is the ready extension of guarantees to the borrowings of state level public enterprises. These guarantees may devolve on state governments as the financial health of many such enterprises is not sound. This practice will hurt states' credibility and adversely influence their credit ratings. Regional disparities are of concern both across and within states. Even some of the faster growing states have pockets that have lagged behind. We should exchange notes on lessons of such unbalanced development. Faster and widespread development is the medicine for many of the ills of our economy, polity, and society. Let us strive to live up to the expectations of the people, especially of the poorest, who are also the majority of voters. Modern communications and media have raised people's expectations. We cannot forget that many of the social, political, and communal tensions we see today are due to the non realization of these expectations. The 73rd and 74th Amendments to our Constitution 5 years ago provided for a third tier of government. Still, several states have not yet imbibed the spirit of these amendments. There is an urgent need for genuine development of political, administrative, and financial powers to the Panchayati Raj institutions. If democracy works at the national and state level, it will surely work at the village level also. Rather, democracy at the national and state levels will only be enriched by extending it to the grassroots. All of us cherish peaceful and orderly progress. Good governance is essential for this. The rule of law is a prerequisite for good governance.